Well now, with these beautiful pancakes, this is what you want. Some nice fresh maple syrup. And I'm ready to go to any lengths to get that fresh maple syrup. Come on along and we'll show you. It's a great day to go for a little drive and get some maple syrup. Come on along, we'll see how it goes. Well, it's a great day for a drive in the country. We're off into the woods. Now you can see some of the sap buckets hooked onto the trees. This is the way it's been done for many years. The buckets now are plastic and spigots are plastic. Now there's some of the vacuum lines hooked up to the trees. There's the horses. This is automated too. You tell them whoa and they stop, and go and they go. Henry's got these horses very well trained. They're friendly horses. They're very nice. Here's Henry gathering some of the sap from one of the trees. It's a labor-intensive process. The horses will wait, and then he puts the sap in there, and away you go to the next one. Henry wanted me to drive the team, but I said I wasn't checked out on horses. These old fellas, they remember me pretty well from the times I've been out there in the past. You can see the sap going into the collecting bucket. Here Henry's putting the sap into the evaporating machine. You can see the steam coming off from the shed. Now we're back out again, gathering more syrup. Now you can see the trail from the sled, you can see the horses, and the steam from the evaporator. Here the maple syrup is coming off. It's really, really hot. It gets filtered through that cheesecloth. This is the inlet pipe into the evaporator. The sap goes in at the top. The boys keep the logs going. This furnace uses a lot of wood. It's not airtight and it's old, and it takes a lot of wood to keep it going. These are the school teachers headed off to the schoolhouse. This is the Drudge Family maple syrup factory. You can see the steam coming off. This is a very modern setup. This is how it comes from the trees through these pipelines, and it winds up going into this big tank. Before it comes into the big tank, it comes through these lines. You can see that it's about minus 25 pressure. This tank takes the sap in and drops it into a big tank when it's done. There's a little float in there, it goes up, and when it's full, the sap's coming in from all the manifold through all the different pipelines. Now, this is the museum. You can see the old style spigot. This tabletop shows you all the spots where this tree had been tapped over the past years. These are the old style spigots that were used. They're metal. Now we're getting into the computer operation here. This is quite an elaborate evaporator. It's still powered by wood though, but everything is controlled by computer. And this is the reverse osmosis filtering system to make sure the syrup is really, really clean. What a beautiful, clean operation. Just look at that. Doesn't use as much wood. It's a nice airtight firebox on this evaporator. Here the fellas are keeping an eye on things. It's still labor-intensive, hands-on. Now the fresh syrup is coming off into this tank. Adding some more wood. You can see that this is a much more efficient wood-style system. It's a very expensive operation. Well-maintained and clean as a kitchen. This is where it begins. The sap dripping out of the tree into the bucket. This is at the Drudge farm, and they maintain this so the kids can come and see how maple syrup has been made over the years. Some of the finished products here with the pricing gun. Can't forget, got to get the money, but I tell you, it's well worth it. The syrup that I got was so good. Well, we wanted to make some pancakes, some blue corn pancakes, so Mary mixed up the batter and we're making some nice pancakes. Now what would go good on those pancakes would be some fresh maple syrup. Yeah, that's a blue corn pancake, alright. It's looking good. Man, this is going to be good. Just check that out. what a great time I had. I wish I had video of me being towed out of the woods by the horses, because I got stuck pretty good in the mud that day. But I was by myself, and what can you do?